coming with? Who's coming with?
¿Cómo están todos ustedes? Bienvenidos sean ya se me olvidó cómo hacer el intro. Bienvenidos sean programa ya favorito entre Cheves y Consolas. Es que la falta de costumbre, güey, habíamos estado en la computadora.
Bienvenidos a Blue Blue, bienvenidos a Alora Mame, bienvenidos a, ¿qué, perdón?
¿En cuál estoy? Güey, se me cuatrapeó el chip totalmente. Pero bueno, lo importante es que ya estamos todos aquí. Lo importante es que es juevesito, señores. Si tienen su cervecita, su botanita. Lo importante es
que tengan una cerveza hoy conmigo.
Gracias. Exactamente. Y qué bueno, güey. Yo ahorita, desgraciadamente, estoy tomando un medicamento, así que no puedo tomar cerveza. Así, desgraciadamente, pero pues tengo mi agüita de Jamaica, que con esta pues voy a brindar. Salud para todos ustedes. Y mi querido Gama, pues después de 2 semanas de ausencia, por situaciones obviamente laborales de ambos, pues decidimos regresar con un programa interesante para toda la gente, güey. Yes. Y agradecido también con nuestros invitados que aceptaron de bote pronto, obviamente, la invitación. Entonces, pues yo estoy muy gustoso de estar aquí, mi querido Gama.
Perfecto, no, yo también. De hecho, es un invitado que no esperaba que fueras a conseguir. Uno, porque no te esperaba en la escena a ti de Guilty Gear. Y dos, porque usualmente los invitados tenemos, normalmente en este programa le vamos a pedir a la gente que tenga paciencia con nosotros. Cuando son invitados extranjeros, los grabamos y luego hacemos revisiones para la banda en español, ¿no? Y demás. Esperemos, y ese es el primer intento de nuestra parte por llevarlo a cabo en inglés normal y en vivo. Obviamente después veremos con tiempo si alguien nos puede apoyar a hacer. De hecho ya estoy pensando en quién le podemos apoyar el apoyo. Nos ayude para la parte del subtitulaje. Para los que no parlen en inglés, que no hay ningún problema y no hay por qué ser menos a las personas que no lo hablen, no tiene nada que ver. Y vamos a tener de apoyo con nosotros a hosts que saben mejor que nosotros dos juntos sobre el juego, sobre lo que hay. De hecho, uno de ellos ya conoce en persona a Lord Knight como tal. Entonces, pues va a ser un súper apoyo y un ancla para tenerlo y no son así como 2 personas completamente ajenas. Digo, no tan ajenas, más Felo, que está ajeno no lo juega. Yo sí lo juego, pero juego honestamente Guilty muy casual, pero adoro el juego y me fascina la franquicia. Entonces, pues bueno, primero que nada, tenemos aquí con nuestro invitado, tenemos aquí a nada menos que Homie. Homie, ¿cómo estás, brother?
¿Qué onda, banda? Bienvenidos, esta vez aquí estamos entre Cheves y Consolas, obviamente eternamente agradecido con el buen Shizu, eternamente agradecido con Shingama de haberme invitado, de haberme considerado, obviamente, para tener esta plática, esta entrevista, esta charla, obviamente, con nuestro invitado, un gustazo, y pues, salud, mis hermanos, saludcito. Que pues la noche es joven y aún tenemos un buen ratote, pasarla bien, obviamente.
Pasarla chévere, ¿no? Esa voz, cara, esa voz así, chido. Venga, estamos con otros compañeros, nada más que nuestra invitada y preferida host en este aspecto, Jaseo.
Chicos, un placer, buenas noches, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están esta nochecita? Una vez más me encuentro aquí como invitada entre Cheves y Consolas. Muchas gracias, chicos, de verdad una excelente oportunidad y qué mejor que hablar de Guilty Gear. Claro que sí, gracias, chicos.
Bueno, ojo que sabemos que Lord Knight es el Lord, obviamente, de los anime fighting, no necesariamente de Guilty Gear, porque ahorita me dice Gama, oye, se me hace raro que estés metido en el... No, espérame, también juega Dragon Ball, también juega Multi Blood, o sea, es un estuchito de monerías. Entonces, pues señores, les agradecemos a toda la gente que se está conectando, a toda la gente que se va a conectar. Esta gran oportunidad de poderle transmitir nuestra pasión. Todos nosotros tenemos la misma pasión, que obviamente es los juegos de pelea. Y en esta ocasión pues traemos un invitado súper especial, un invitado que de verdad es un tipazo. Aceptó de buena manera la invitación. Y pues bueno, mi querido Gama, si gustas pues presentarlo.
Adelante. With us is here Lord Knight.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Lord Knight, welcome to Mexico.
The monster of anime fighting games.
What's going on?
What's going on, Lord? Welcome to Mexico. Here, in like a virtual way, but welcome here with us.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. Mi querido homie Haseo, ustedes son expertos, obviamente, en esta materia. Homie and Haseo, those have a lot of experience in these kind of games. We're talking about anime fighting games. It's a great, I don't know. Vamos primero, a ver, mi querido homie, tú que eres el invitado que siempre, que yo siempre creo que vinieras y gracias a Dios que pudiste estar con nosotros. ¿Cómo empezaríamos a platicar un poquito con Lord Knight?
Pero bueno, que nada, le reitero y les agradezco de nuevo la invitación. Es curioso, bueno, y de mi parte, digo, agarrando un poquito el micrófono y queriéndome explayar un poquito. Lord Knight, first of all, I'm a big fan of your, I'm a big fan of a great player of you are. Thank you for being in the community. First of all, I have a little. I don't know the exact word, but it was in the Evo. I think this 2011. I been really new in the community. I was really new in the fighting game community. And play Blade Blue Continent Shift. By far one of my favorite games. And this time I see the Evo. And I see the light sheet that you were controlling. Obviously, my main in Blaze Blue, it's all life main. But the match that you have with Tokiro in this event in the Evo, man, my God, it was an amazing match. It was excellent match. It was tremendous. I really feel really appreciated by this moment. Tell you thank you, man. Thank you.
No,
but,
thank you.
You are one of the part where I'm not a competitor anymore. But she loves the chanting people. Oh, the guy that fell asleep in the transmission. I remember all this stuff, and I really love it. Thank you, man, for being a great part of the
homie está faneando demasiado, ¿verdad? Está faneando.
Es que esa parte, es que neta, tenía que decirlo. Ese match en contra de Tokido contra su Noel, Dios mío, fue impresionante.
The presence of Lord Knight is heavy on him. It's making him nervous.
No te pongas nervioso, homie. Estamos aquí entre compas. Lord Knight sabe que es entre compas, así que no te preocupes. Pero first of all, Lord, you have a nickname, Lord Knight, okay? I don't know why, but maybe you can explain to us. But first of all, I want to know, how do you arrive to the anime fighting games? ¿Cómo puedo decir cómo nació el amor? How do you in love with these kind of games?
How do anime fighting games gain your heart?
Yeah.
Kind of by accident, honestly. Yeah.
Like
funny right now. Yeah. It might sound pretty funny right now, but like, so I actually used to play. I used to play Super Smash Brothers Melee when I was like 16 or 15, 16, and I went pretty hard in that game for like a few years. And during that time, I learned about Multi Blood and Guilty Gear, but I didn't really like Multi Blood. Actually, I was like, this game was kind of boring, so I just kind of played Guilty Gear with my friends, but not that seriously. But when Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out, so Melee actually, like, everyone stopped playing Melee. It's like fighting games too. Like new version comes out, everyone stops playing the old version. And after I played that game for around, like, I want to say like 3 to 6 months with like my other Smash friends, we were just kind of like, yo, doesn't this game like really suck? And like this is like not fun.
Oh my God.
I don't want to compete. There was a really big tournament in the city I was going to university in at the time. And there's two things. There's two things that happened at that tournament that made me want to quit Brawl. The one was my friend got third, and I wasn't mad that he got third. It was how he got third, because we talked about it. He was like, yo, you don't have to play. You could just run away. The timer is 8 minutes, so I'm going to run out the clock. Like, this is how you play the game. And I was like, really? And if he did, he got third during that. And the other thing was I played DDD, and he had an infinite combo on 5 characters only. And the Ice Climbers had infinite on everybody. They banned DDD infinite, but not Ice Climbers infinite. I got super mad. I was like, these dudes have no idea what they're doing. So I stopped playing Brawl, and at that time, Multi-Blood had really good online, like super good for the time, like super good online. So I just started playing Multi-Blood online, and then like that's it. Then all this happened. Like, I have no idea.
And a few years later, I'm here playing Guilty Gear.
But also you play Dragon Ball, Multi Blood, Guilty Gear. I don't know which Guilty Gear are you playing right now. I suppose Guilty Gear Strive. But which is your favorite Guilty Gear so far?
Right now, out of the ones I played, it's probably Strive, to be honest.
Really? Oh, come on.
I like Exo, but I don't think it's like fair.
Okay.
I don't think Exo is like a fair game. But it's like a fun game, but it's not a fair game. But I think Strive's like
I agree.
fair.
I agree.
Por dos.
Yeah. So
You mentioned
Strive's kind of more
something
fun.
on your Twitter. How did it say that your tweet? You advised boomer players to play something new, something post-millennial, and you advise new players also to play some boomer fighting game.
Yeah.
For both to have how do you say it? A balanced opinions of the game, a good feeling. Yeah, and I totally agree. For me, this Guilty Gear Strife is, I don't know, it just felt natural to play for me. I love it.
Yeah, I think that's actually pretty important, because new players from like Dragon Ball and stuff, like, they just think everything is broken. Like, everything is broken. Like someone does like jab with the throw, like, oh my god, it's so broken. So then, like, they should play an old game,
everything,
so that they know how serious broken shit is. Like in older games, even Exer, and Exer's not that old.
It's
and Exer is full of broken shit. Like,
yes.
for real. And then boomers, they just think that everything sucks in new games, and they just have never played a fair game in their fucking life. So like, they should just play a new game a little bit and just like,
yes,
you know, like, it's actually a good feeling that like you can pick whatever character you want. For example, you can't do that in old games. And then like, there's no, like, if there's something that actually ruins the game, like, everyone will say stuff like, oh well, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they found all this stuff and it's fine. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is fine. But like, that's like maybe 4 or 5 games out of like how many fighting games that have like broken nonsense that people are just like, this is too much, fuck, screw this game, goodbye. And then no one plays. It's like 5 to 10, no, let's say like 20 fighting games out of like hundreds of fighting games, old fighting games, that people are just like, you know what I mean? So I just think that's a good way to cross that line. Also, because I played both type of games, so.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%.
Yes,
I agree with you.
I agree. Sometimes I think they don't remember Elfeld in XRD. Please. Please, please help me.
No.
It's the truth.
No.
It's the truth, and Lord Knight can tell you.
It's the truth. It's the
Elfred
truth,
had
but it's
some
not just
serious
Alpha.
shit.
It's the truth,
She's
but it's
honest.
not just Alpha. There's a bunch
Oh
of
my
other
God.
characters. It's not just Alpha, I'll say.
Or maybe Raven in the first version, in the first
Yeah,
Revelator.
It's
Yes,
so
of course.
broken. So
It's the
broken.
truth. It's the truth.
No,
So it's
I
okay.
respect that you admit it. I respect you
I know.
admit it so much more than people who are like, "Oh no, it was fine. What are you complaining
No.
about? That wasn't that bad."
In Rev 1, yes, he was really, really broken. I remember he had one of the easiest Okis, so that's okay. But now I want to ask you, Lord Knight, how do you feel the transition from XRD to Strive? I know this was a big deal in the community, like a really huge deal. But
Yeah.
I know you're a top player, you're a love monster, so I want to know more about that.
I'm not going to use my words. I'm gonna use Dogura's words. If you're a good fighting game player, you should be able to play that game. That's it.
Totally. Totally.
That's really it. That's because the game is actually like it's still a Guilty Gear game. Like you still have to study the other characters. You need to know everyone's mix-ups, everyone's moves, and when to use them. And that's like the actual most important thing about Guilty Gear. But I think in like the last, like in ACR or like Exert 2.1, like there's been so many versions and so much new stuff added that people like forget what the core game actually is, and they just think it's just like combos and set play. Like that's it.
We now have 4 Roman cancels. We now have to try to study the every situation you can be in. You can put your rival on, or your rival puts you on, which is something of a mind game on itself. And like you said, it's something like all fighting games have. The core of the game was that. And it started to get lost along the way because combos look flashy. I agree, the combos look flashy in Guilty Gear. They look amazing. Combos on anime fighting games like Dragon Ball, Farsi look
easier.
Yeah, but they look amazing. They have a visual appeal. The visual appeal really steals the eye candy of a game, and I get it because you can pass walking from a video game store if they even exist anymore. But you can go see the someone playing the game and all the colors, all the flashy stuff, and you are like, which game is that? And it gets your attention.
Yeah, 100%. That's like I think it's tough for Guilty Gear players specifically because like so I started with Melty Blood, right? And then once I went to Melty Blood, then Blaze Blue, then Persona, a few versions of Persona. Not a few. I'm lying. There's only 2 versions of Persona. It's Persona, Ultimax, and then Guilty Gear came out, right? So, and then there's also Dragon Ball. Don't forget Dragon Ball. So I'm used to like new fighting games coming out and people like saying that the new game's not good or like it's too scrubby or like blah 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 blah. And that even happened in Exert when Exert came out too. Like Exert Sign came out. So I'm kind of used to it. I think it's tough for Guilty Gear players because like Exert is based off XX Reload. So they said that in an interview a long time ago. So if you only play Guilty Gear, you've basically been playing the same game for like 20 years in Soul Strive. Despite them updating it, like they keep adding stuff. Like the baseline game that you've been playing has been the same since Guilty Gear XX, and that game is ancient. So I understand that it's like tough to have the game change the way it is. I understand that like 100%. But also, like, come on. Like, come on.
Be honest with yourselves.
We have to.
Y creo, Juanme... sí, a eso iba. Sí, dale,
¿Cómo ves tú, Has? Si gustas
¿Perdón?
preguntar.
Yeah, so you play a lot of fighting games. That's all we can agree. But which one do you miss the most? Maybe Blaze Blue, maybe Persona, maybe another Melty Blood, Guilty Gear. Persona, yes, I remember. You used to play with Mitsuru, right?
That version of Persona, I think, is my favorite game.
But why?
I think it has a good balance of like the characters are really strong and fun to play, but also like they uh, they had things in the game so that there was like a limit to like how strong characters could be, but then
Oh,
also there was
okay.
some comeback potential. So like there was a little stress, and then there's some unique things like status effects and
Oh,
yes.
and lots
yes,
of reference to
Beautiful.
the
it's true.
RPG, and I like the
Yes.
RPG. So I think it was like a really perfect balance. And then I also think that game is the Street Fighter 4 of anime games, because that game, when that game came out in the US, like tournaments for anime fighters, by today's standards, it wouldn't be so big, but like traveling everywhere and always being like 250 people tournament was like a huge deal when that game came out.
Yes,
So
it was.
it was a really special time. I think that like now we take it for granted because Evo 2,000 people, or like the online tournaments, they have like always more than 1,000 people, the big ones. So I think now we take it for granted, but like starting from like Melty Blood, where it's like 10 to 20 person tournaments, and then Blaze Blue doesn't really have big tournaments at the start, to like a couple hundred people for Persona. I was like, whoa. It was a good time. It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Okay, we have a question, okay, Micro Gamma, ahí del público conocedor de los anime games.
Yeah, Nihilistic 90 asks on the recent Strife patch, they improved the Gatling system. Do you think in the future this will evolve at a point where Strife's gameplay will be more similar to XRD?
I think saying that they improved the Gatling system is the wrong way of looking at it, and you need to just accept that the Gatlings are what they are and that they have them that way for a reason. But adding more air options is definitely a good thing. Adding options is just a good thing in general.
Yes.
And we've also seen in other newer games, I think Dragon Ball, you should pay attention to what they did in Dragon Ball specifically.
Yes.
Because if you remember what type of game that was when the game came out compared to today, it's a really different game. So
yes,
I do expect them to continue to add new options to stuff. New moves, obviously new characters, we all expect that, and even like a couple of new mechanics down the line. So
Okay.
I agree with that. I agree. It's something like we have taken that same stance with games like when Street Fighter went from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5. And the Street Fighter 5 initial game, if you compare it with Street Fighter 5 right now, doesn't even itself is a whole other game. So in anime fighting games, it's the same. Dragon Ball FighterZ, I remember the first time I played when it was launched, and I played recently again for like a month, just casual gaming. It felt just like another new game. Really, it is a whole other game. So the same goes for Strive. I think with this patch, if you start comparing with the initial launch of the game in a year from now, you will notice that they will be almost two different games, no?
100%.
Oigan, vamos a hacer un pequeño resumen, va a ser un pequeño receso, güey, pueden ir al baño, ¿no? Vamos a hacer un pequeño resumen porque entendemos que mucha gente, obviamente, que nos están acompañando, pues está como yo, que la verdad es que hablamos nuestro inglés azteca. Entonces, pues vamos a ver un resumen. En teoría, a ver, ayúdame a resumirlo porque yo no conozco muy bien acerca del juego, la verdad. Por eso estoy un poquito más de espectador. Pero estamos hablando que el favorito de Lord Knight, el favorito de Guilty Gear para él, es este Strike. Comentaba que para él es como que cierto, o lo que comentó, alcancé a entender, es que está un poquito más balanceado. ¿Y qué otra cosa, mi querido homie? Ayúdame un poquito ahí con el resumen.
Se refería al persona. Al persona, sí.
No,
persona.
Bueno, es que la primera pregunta fue de acerca de ahorita qué prefería, si XR
¿Qué prefería? Ajá.
Y mencionó Stripe. Respecto a su juego favorito, así como lo bien indica Haseo, se refiere obviamente a Persona.
A Persona 4.
Interesante elección en la harina. I think Lord Knight Ultimate is so much fun. I
think that game's cursed. That game,
you got the Margaret, man. You got the Margaret.
No, it's too much. Arena. It's about Arena. Arena's the good one. Ultimax is a little bit too much.
Arena,
Ultimax too much.
yes.
I really love
Okay.
Ultimate.
Y lo otro era también ¿cómo se llama? Yo quería hacer una pregunta a Lord Knight. I don't know if I can make the question right, but I think the really the balance, a good balance in anime fighting really exists or not. Because I think in Street Fighter we never nunca estamos satisfechos con los parches. Perdón. ¿Están escuchando a mi hija? Okay.
So cute.
Sorry, Lorna. Okay. Those moments are pretty good when you're a father.
It's my daughter. Sorry about it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Sí, la pregunta es que si el buen balance en el anime games existe y con eso les cedo la palabra a ustedes.
He's out. He's out.
It's out.
He's out.
It's out of the building. Okay.
The queen of the house just summoned him. He can't deny that.
Yeah. No, that's respect. That's respect, bro. That's a family. Man.
Respect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but well, his question was, do you think there is an ideal balance on a fighting game, or not?
Yeah. I think probably the best. It's actually a pretty difficult question, especially like if you like, especially in today's age where you can like see what literally everyone is saying about the games with like online stuff. Nobody's ever satisfied with anything. Like something's always too good, something's always not good enough. So like, I think the best thing that could be done is like the characters have to be strong. Like one, you have to. This is non-negotiable. Like all the characters have to be like viable. Like they have to be. There can't be any like shitters. And then two, it's like the strength of the characters have to be like high enough that like people feel like they could be tricky or like they could do some cool stuff, but like low enough so there's not any outright like broken or meta defining or clear, I shouldn't say meta defining because there's always going to be one, but I mean like a immediately clear meta defining like tactic. That's probably the main goal. Dragon Ball actually does this amazingly. Despite it pissing me off while I was playing the game, it actually does a really good job. It's one of the best things about the game is that like all the characters are good. You could pick any. Imagine a Dragon Ball game that you can't pick a character that you like, and it's not like there's shitters. Like Hercule's not in the game, so it would make sense if Hercule was trash, right? But he's not in the game. All the characters in the game are like characters that fight or are strong characters. But then like you're watching Super and Jiren is like just destroying Goku, and then when Jiren comes out, he's trash. It doesn't make any sense. That's like that. So they did a good job fixing the characters like that, so that you could pick any character, and they all have a couple things that are really strong to the point where it's kind of annoying, but you know that there's stuff you can do about it, and there's nothing that like is too. There's no like Mora Doom Virgil type team, for example, like from Marvel 3. That took people years to figure out how to beat. That one team, just one team. There's nothing like that in Dragon Ball. Mm-hmm. So I think that's probably like the ideal balance, like strong enough, like you feel cool, you can do all your cool stuff, but then like you're not doing stuff that like ruins the experience for other people outright.
Okay,
okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
that's an interesting approach because thinking not only on one character, because on the whole team of the game, because most of these games have various characters to play, like 3-on-3 or 2-on-2, etc. Okay.
Sí, que varios son viables, ¿no?
Sí, exacto.
O sea, que no caigan lo de Marvel 2.
Exacto.
O sea, que solo hubiera como 2/3 o máximo que fueran viables. Ajá.
Es lo que dice ni Gili, la sinergia. Yo creo que tener la sinergia en un juego de ¿cómo se puede? Es más, hasta en el KOF. Estamos hablando que tienes tu primer personaje y el del medio y el último que no sé cómo. Hay una mecánica que en KOF se usa para acomodar de manera estratégica los personajes. Y obviamente, pues hablando de Street Fighter, Perdón, mencioné un juego prohibido en este vivo, güey. Pero hablando de Dragon Ball y hablando de Marvel, pues creo que era parte muy esencial de la mecánica, encontrar una buena sinergia en los personajes.
Sí, pero sí está muy cargado a ciertos personajes. Lo que dice Lord Knight se me hace muy, muy correcto, ¿no? Y que a lo mejor sí estén buenos, a lo mejor no al punto de rotos, pero sí, por lo menos que sean viables, que puedas ganar con ellos, ¿no?
Sí, la habilidad en juegos tag siempre es bastante complicada debido a los roosters impresionante, bueno, generalmente grandes. Sí, es muy complicado. Dragon Ball, creo que en el último parche más que nada, creo que trata de darles a todos algo. Pero aún así, desgraciadamente, bueno, es más que nada porque no ha podido haber tanta experimentación debido a que el juego ya pues, está en sus últimas instancias. Pero yo estoy seguro que si ese parche estuviera, ya están las últimas instancias, Aseo, ya viene Cocoon 2, ya viene, no me hagas enojar, ya viene el 2.
¿Cuántos Gokus hay? Hay como 20,000 Gokus
mira,
en el juego de Goku, güey.
En el Cocoon le van a meter, en el Cocoon 2 le van a meter el rollback y 5 Cocoon más, y ya, y otra vez $60, y los vamos a pagar. Asegurado, vendido.
Y yo quería preguntarle a Lordan, bueno, a ver si me ayudan a traducir la pregunta, ¿cómo ve la escena del Guilty Gear? ¿Él cree que ha crecido la escena del Guilty Gear? ¿Ha seguido siendo un juego muy de nicho?
Okay.
¿Cómo lo visualiza él ahorita en Estados Unidos? Porque entiendo que más gente en el extranjero pues está ahora sí retando en línea, ¿no? Como México, por el buen rollback que tiene el juego.
Okay, Lord Knight, now with the Stripe arriving, do you feel that the community actually grow? It's not still a little community now with the Stripe has expanded a lot in other communities?
You mean like between people who play different games or like people from different areas?
Different areas, yeah, like it's expanding, and now more people know about the Stripe or Guilty Gear.
Yeah, like the community is growing for players.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, unquestionably, it's bigger because Guilty Gear. I think Guilty Gear. I mean, I can't speak for like other regions. I can't speak for like Europe, for example. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing over there. But like, I think in like North America or at least US, like I think the game is a lot bigger than it used to be. Like, you know, you see like Hotashi sponsored by Moist Critical. Like,
yes.
Like I don't watch those streamers, but like. You know, those people are like so popular that you know about them anyway. So like, like people like that, they don't. I'm not gonna say I know what that person plays, but Guilty Gear is kind of niche. You know what I mean? Like the fact that like people like that are paying attention to the game is, I think that's testament enough.
Okay, yeah.
Sí, porque aquí en México, here in Mexico, the Guilty Gear scene, I think grow up with this game, with Guilty Gear Stripe. Tuvimos muchos jugadores de Street Fighter que ahorita están jugando y han metido más tiempo en Guilty Gear que en Street Fighter. Un Choco, un Babuchas, Shadow, bueno, ¿cómo se llama? Excelancer, bueno, ya yo lo hacía perdido a Caníbal también, creo que están regresando y regresaron a Guilty Gear, no necesariamente a Street Fighter. Dice Angel Freak, un abrazo, mi querido Punch. Dice, siguen siendo las mismas, nada más que uno que otro colado. No es cierto, güey. Yo creo que sí ha crecido la escena de Guilty Gear en México fácil. Y unos regresaron a Dragon Ball, ¿verdad? Y otros definitivamente no están peleados con ningún juego, así como Lord Knight, que él juega todo lo que le pongan referente al anime de Fighting. Y yo creo que mucha gente juega Dragon Ball y Guilty Gear, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Tú qué piensas, mi querido homie? Te veo muy callado, homie, porque se me hace que homie se vació en el primer minuto.
No. Yo soy
de cromación a Lord Knight.
Yo soy callado, no, yo soy callado, yo doy. No, yo espero mi tiempo, yo tranquilo, yo ya vine a hacer lo que venía a hacer.
El primer minuto fue así de que, no, hombre, como el lomo de delfín, como decimos en mi rancho.
A eso venía. Pero regresando, the people told me. I know, Lord Knight, that there is a video explaining yourself, but the question is, you gonna come back to play Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, because in Mexico the community is it's little, it's not so bigger than Guilty Gear, it's obviously, but Mexico really loves Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. It's sad that in this moment don't have a rollback, but the hope, with the hope of the offline events, you gave another opportunity on Grand Blue, or definitely you're not gonna coming back.
Probably not. Sorry.
Okay.
They fucked
That's
up,
fair.
bro.
That's fair.
They fucked
That's
up
fair.
big time.
That's
They fucked
a
up
good
big time.
Next,
Dude, I actually want to cry. Dude, Grand Blue, like, I thought that game was made for me. Like, it's a fighting
Oh
game
my.
about knights.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay.
I
Yeah,
played
of
the
course.
fuck out of Grand Blue when that shit came out. And
Oh my
then
God.
they patched it. And they patched it again. And each patch is worse and worse. I'm sorry. I just can't.
A ver,
And then the
esto sí
netcode
lo,
is not
Yes.
good either.
esto sí lo puedo traducir. Dice que definitivamente no va a regresar. No va a regresar.
Uh,
Olvídenlo.
I think the last patch was the worst, right?
Yeah, yeah. And the funniest part too is like, you know, I'm kind of like a middle person. Like I'm the person who's like, it's not that bad, you know. There's this and there's that and there's
I
this
know.
new stuff. And so like it's not just me. It's like a bunch of my friends are like that too. Like, let's wait and see, whatever. And when that patch came out, like there were a bunch of people. They're like day 2. They're like, yo, like there's no waiting. Like I'm fucking done with this game. I was like, oh my god, it's that bad. Because at that point I hadn't played since when was the last time I played Grand Blue? Like last time I played Grand Blue was just before season 2, so that's like last
Oh
year,
my.
last September. Yeah, it's been a long time
Yes.
since I played Grand Blue. Yeah, sad,
Okay.
but
Sad but true.
be like that. Yep.
I think, in your opinion, that the game patches right now, as new fighting game, as all new games work, there are patches, and there are people that still resist, still are against patches, like the Killer Instinct community. They are like, no, hell no, we don't want any patch. If you're going to make something, make a new game, a whole new game, don't patch the current one. But I think there is a middle ground. You can patch a game without breaking the game, and give something new, something new to flavor something, yeah, like a new flavor for the game, right? Do you agree on
Yeah.
that, or do you have another stance on?
No, that's the way. Like I pretty much agree. I think the only thing I have about patches is like I only have a couple of rules, right? Just not too much. Um, Guilty Gear in my head only has one patch. It's just this patch because I think the last patch was pretty minor. You know,
Yeah.
like the last patch Guilty Gear had was kind of small.
Yeah, they will not put
Like
no,
this
no
patch was a
position
big
patch.
patch. This patch was a big patch. So like just not that much. Don't murder any characters because like in older games so in older games especially, like there's no patch. You just get an update. You have to buy the new game. So like imagine you play a character for a fucking year, you get the new version of the game, it just dumpster your character and you just have to hold that for a year. That just sucks. That's why I wanted to cry in Rev 2.0 because they dumpstered Milia for like a whole
yeah.
year, and I just had to hold that for like a whole year. That shit sucks. I hate it when they just like randomly buff characters into top tier and then like shoot other characters so that you can't play them.
I agree with
I
that.
like that's basically it. Besides that, as long as you don't do any super random stupid shit, like that's it. Like I don't mind because to me a patch is just an update. Like to me a patch is like the difference between like Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4. Like that's just a patch technically, but they just couldn't do it back then. Then back then they had to just make a new game technically. Like that's all they could do. Right?
Okay.
Sorry, I have to mention this, but Hokuto is making a shout out to you. who
Yeah, that's my
very
boy.
shared a Kawama with a big
He won Super Toe Bro at that tournament. I remember that.
Yeah, super turbo for him.
You know?
No.
Mentioning this about Thunderstruck, do you remember that tournament, Lord Knight?
Of course.
How did you feel the community from Guilty Gear from Mexico?
Um, it was pretty fun to go out there. It was fun to play. I actually really like competing in Spanish tournaments in like Spanish speaking countries. Despite it being like pretty nerve wracking because everyone's so loud and stuff.
Yes.
I just think it's hype. I just think it's hype and it like adds to the story and everything. So like I had a really good time. I had a really good time both times because I went to Thunderstorm
Oh,
twice already.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I went to there twice. And I just really like competing in Latin America in general. I think it's pretty fun. That's why I'm trying to learn Spanish. My Spanish sucks right now. I'm sorry, but hopefully next
No,
year I'll
that's
be able to
okay.
like
You don't
talk
got no
more.
need to
Anything we can
apologize.
help you with, I'm right here, bro. Anything you can help.
Yeah.
From Mexican slangs to Cholo slangs, which are not Spanish in any way, people can say that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's
and
fun.
proper
It's fun
Spanish.
to go down there. It's really fun to go down there. And I actually think like for the traveling U.S. player, I should say, because there's actually not that many people who are like heavy travelers in the U.S. like that. Like,
Mhm.
but if you're like a U.S. player who like goes to like Canada Cup and stuff, like you actually should just go to Mexico one time. Like, just
Yes.
go. Like, just go. I'm actually really glad someone convinced me to go to Smash Factor in I guess it's
In
2018.
Puebla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah. Because
Nice
that was
city.
the first time I went. I
Nice
had like
city.
a really good time. I got to
Because,
meet people and learn about more of the tournaments, and it's great. And I just think you should just go everywhere, basically, if you
Just,
can.
Lord Knight, because the Mexican player is I don't know how to say mysterious. I don't know if I say the right word because if we lose, we celebrate. If we won, we celebrate.
Yeah,
If we don't go to the venue to the tournament, we celebrate. I don't care. We always are celebrating.
Yeah, if
So
we celebrate
that's the
from
way.
celebrating.
Yeah, that's the way how the Mexican player is.
That, yeah.
So ahorita, a mí me gustaría preguntarle cómo
Mhm.
visualiza él ahorita el tema este del rollback. O sea, el rollback ya es un tema, obviamente, que pues ya lo hemos ahorita platicado, pero ¿cómo visualiza el futuro del anime fighter? O sea, del anime gaming, pues.
Ok, ¿quién le pregunta?
Adelante, homie.
Adelante, homie.
Homie.
¿Quieres preguntar?
Homie, por
Perdón,
favor.
perdón, se
Eres
se
muy
me
callado.
fue un poquito el audio.
Ah, sí.
Ahorita sí
No te
no
preocupes.
escuché,
Homie, lo que yo quería preguntarle es
ajá,
cómo él visualiza el futuro para lo que es el anime fighting, güey.
okay.
El anime fighting game.
So, Lord Knight, how did you check out the future for the anime fighting? So in US, so in Mexico, we got really curious about that. How do you think that's gonna be the community in a certain future? Obviously, there's gonna be another games. Right now, the people it's crazy about the Stripe. It's crazy about Melty Blood. Melty Blood Illumina is gonna it's gonna be a nice game to compete. But I really want to know how you think about, I don't know, DNF or maybe Persona 5 Arena and so far.
So I guess where I want to start is despite so I have like a love-hate relationship with Dragon Ball. Like I like the game, I hate the game at the same time.
That's
But
what you call all the fighting games relationship, no?
that's not true. There's some games I just really like.
Yeah?
There's some games where I'm like, man, I'm just playing this game to have the time of my life.
Man,
Dragon
that's your
Ball
secret.
is not one of those games, but it is a fun game. Like I said, it's a fun game, but I have a lot of problems with it. But it is I think it's one of the most important anime fighting games to ever be released, ever, and it actually gave me hope for anime fighting games uh, for the future. And Strive is part of that too. Like part of Strive's success is because of Dragon Ball. Like clear, I don't think anyone
Yeah, I agree.
can deny that.
Totally on that.
And basically my theory for this is just not just for anime fighting games, but all fighting games basically. I think there's only going to be maybe this might make some people sad, but I think there's only going to be 3 or 4 types of fighting games, period, forever. But the good news is the genre will not die if they do this and they're smart. So one is they're going to keep doing like anime fighting games, so like Dragon Ball, so whatever you can think of, right? Like I'm not saying any of these are being made right now, by the way, but like think about like Grand Blue, for example, or they're doing like DFO, Dungeon Fighter Online. I mean, they did Persona in the past. Persona is when I started thinking this might be what they're gonna do forever. They will take some franchise that is an anime and just make it into a game, and you see Arc System Works is the only company that can do that style of graphics right now.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So there's that, and that shit just prints money. Like Nickelodeon All Star Brawl just came out, right? My team Beast Code, we did a video where we all played a tournament. My hands are fucking dying. But like that game, part of the reason why that game is so popular is because I can pick April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my god!
That shit is gonna print money. So that's one.
So,
Then two.
Do you
is
like
going to
the
be-
Nickelodeon Brawl, Lord Knight? Do you like the game?
It's like mixed. Like I like it. There's stuff that I like about it, and there's stuff I don't like about it. But like
Okay.
it's still like an important game. You know what I
You're
mean?
choosing the boomer's crush of cartoon of that era for your games for you right now.
What's that?
Because April was the boomer's crush. Was our
That's
crush.
true.
It's like
Well, I picked Korra first. I did Up Special, and I was like, no, it's not good. It's not good. So then I picked April after, because I wanted to pick Aang, but again, like I haven't played Pad for a game like that for like 10 years. So when I saw people play Aang, I'm like, bro, my hands are gonna fall off if I fucking play him. So I wanted to play a character that was a little slow, you know. So the second type of game is gonna be like just long time, like just cultural games, like Mortal Kombat, KOF, Street Fighter, like Tekken. So like those games are like they're like original games, but they are so old that like they can just come out with a new one, and like people are just gonna love it, and that's fine.
Yes.
Then the third type of game that is going to be like the comeback game. So this is actually like Street Fighter 4 or Marvel 3, where like they haven't made one for a really long time for whatever reason. And so they go like 10 years later, they go, oh, let's just bring this back, and then people just get super hyped for that.
Yeah.
And that it always sells well. So I think those are basically what is. Oh, and then the last one is just actual brand new fighting games, but that's the hardest because and I think this is why BlazBlue didn't do so well in the US originally, because like they just made a new fighting game with mad random anime characters and people are like, who the fuck are these people? And the game was broken. So like if they hid that shit behind like JoJo's, for example, I think they could have gotten away with it. But when it's just some fucking robot anime girl shooting you over and over, like, no. no. That game died so fast in the US.
because it's
so I think
probably
that's
a small niche of general of a small niche of people playing, and you start a new game with much less people playing it. You're already in the abyss right now, no?
It's hard. It's hard to like make a brand new game with brand new character. Like I could admit it. Like it's really hard to do that. It's
But
really,
maybe
really,
it's coming
really
the
hard
LOL
to do
game,
that.
¿no? LOL sí es el juego de LOL, ¿no? De League of Legends.
League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Yeah, so that falls into the first type, right? It's based. It's a League of Legends fighter. It's based off League of Legends.
Yeah.
And League of Legends is pretty old now. I don't know how old. It's pretty old. It's more than 10 years.
Yeah, right now it's old,
Yes.
which makes me feel a little sad because like you. So okay, I have a question from the chat that I also wanted to address. There's the Persona 25 anniversary,
Yeah.
which still feels really new to me. Okay. Uh, do you think there will be a new Persona game announcement?
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Thank you very
The
much.
Persona 5
The
Arena.
hope, the
Yeah,
hope,
hopefully.
the
Hopefully.
hope.
Oh, about that, Lord Knight. Someone was asking too, which game would you recommend to casuals to get them more engaged in fighting game community?
Guilty Gear Strive.
Yes,
For
I
real.
agree on that too.
Just because of the online,
Yes.
like seriously, it like the online, like call me a shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like the online is too good. The online is too good. The game is fair. You can pick whoever you want.
The tutorial.
The
It gets
Oh,
tutorial
it's
fantastic
really good.
playing the game.
is good. The tutorial is good. You can sub to my YouTube channel. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I'm saying? It's fine.
By the way,
It's fine. It's
I'm showing
fine.
your channel right here.
Hmm.
Okay, continue talking. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
doing it.
good spot because like there's COVID and stuff. So why not just stay at home and just play it online with this super good netcode? Like
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with Guilty Gear Strive. It's a good base for a start for starting a game. Not only because of the game system, the tutorial, the graphics, the music, the story of the game also. Because of the community that
mhm.
really helps you grow in the game, which is something really gets new base player, new well, like how do I say it, players that have never played a fighting game in their whole life,
Mhm.
and they start with Guilty Gear Strive. They see tutorials, they see people playing, they see people trying to address new stuff, and they start playing with they go with the role, they go with the flow. So it's a really good start for players. I agree with that.
Y el arte, además el arte del juego es muy llamativo.
Sí.
O sea, es muy bello en las gráficas, ¿no? Porque si eso quizá lo tuviera Infinite, no llamaría
No,
la
bueno.
mejor.
No,
No
bueno,
llamaría la
ya.
misma forma, ¿sí o no?
No, sí, no, no,
Waifus
sí.
y husbandos es el
No,
futuro. The
sí
waifus
vende.
and the
Sí, sí, sí,
husbandos is
bueno.
the
Sí,
future.
sí vende, sí
Yes, it
vende.
is. Sí, a mí la verdad me convenció.
I,
So, Lord Knight, I want to ask you that
Mhm.
because I really want to know as to how do you do the process to select main because your mains are so variables, man. I know you, as I tell you, in continuumship with Lychee, you play Kokonoe, Valkenheim, I remember, Mitsuru in Persona 4 Arena, Margaret in Ultimate, but okay, not gonna talk
But
about
wait. It's cool to talk about Margaret, but it's not cool to talk about
Oh,
Ultimate.
you say that, no, that curse, man. I don't know. I love Margaret. I don't have problem fighting against them.
If they didn't put Margaret in the game, I probably would quit Ultimate fast. I think.
Oof.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And what's the process to select main, man? What you do for you got a main and you said okay, I'm gonna play it with this character to fart for.
Okay. So it's a couple of things, but also I'm gonna tell you about why I'm doubting my character selection recently. But the main things is that they have to be good. Like they don't have to be top tier, but like it has to be close. Because
Okay.
because I compete, so
Hmm.
you don't
Mhm.
want to pick a middling character where you might struggle in tournaments because of like bad matchup. I have experienced that multiple times. It's not fun. Doesn't feel good to feel like you lose because your character. So I have to I it the community doesn't have to think the character is good. I have to think the character is good.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
I like that. Like I won't look at another person's like their opinions of the character and be like, okay, this person thinks these characters are good, so like I'll pick from these. Like I kind of want to be like, I think this character is good enough, and I'm good enough to bring out what this character can do and like win. In the end, I am a tournament player. I know some people are like, oh, tier whore, okay, you're a tier whore, whatever. But like you say that, but then you like Goichi and Sonic Fox and Kazunoko and like Justin Wong, and they all play top tiers. And most people who win Evo, almost every Evo champion also plays a top tier character. It has happened. I know you mentioned BBCS. I also sparked that year, the year you're talking about, and they thought Hakumen was not that strong in that version.
I know.
But that is not common. That's really, really, really not that common. That someone wins with a character that people don't agree is like top tier. So like a long time ago, I was like, I have to just be cool with picking something that I think is good. That's one. And then two, I want to pick a character that I like their appearance. You know what I mean? So I don't really like big bodies. It's like say BlazBlue, like Arakune, no way.
No.
Like Relius, no. Too edgy, or like Guilty Gear Potemkin, no. Sorry. Like Deadman, like what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Raven. Once, I was let's say I was sick one time, like very sick. Very ill. I think I told you this, Haseo. I might have
Yes.
One time I was very, very ill, and I was looking at Guilty Gear, and Raven was on the screen, and I almost actually threw up. Because he's going like this all the time, and I was like, bro, I couldn't look at him. I was like, oh my god. Okay. So appearance does matter. There's like a couple of exceptions in characters I play. So like Kokonoe is one. Like I don't really think Kokonoe is a cool looking character or anything like that. Kokonoe, when she came out, she was an actual broken character.
Yes.
But then people were like, this was like a kind of weird time in anime games where people were like, oh, well, this guy won this tournament at Kokonoe, but you have to say that he's good because he won the tournament at Kokonoe. And I'm like, yo, this character's broken. And I know you guys don't respect me, so if I win this major Kokonoe, you have to say she's good because you don't think I'm good. So I won the major Kokonoe, and I go, so now what? Like, is she too good? Because you don't think I'm good. And then people are like, oh, whatever, nice job. So there's a couple exceptions. Valkenhayn is a cool character, by the way. I actually grew to like Valkenhayn over time. And then. Like from there, it's like play style. Like it would be nice if the character could move. They don't have to be like Million's probably like the fastest character I've ever played, but like they don't have to be that fast. You know, like Mitsuru is not a very fast character.
No.
Margaret walks around the screen. Like I walk around a lot with Margaret. I don't really run around the screen like that. Catalina's not like a fast character or like that. So like I don't need the character to be like break speed fast. Amelia is like the exception. Good neutral is nice. Good knockdown is nice. Like being able to control the opponent is nice. Like that's why I went to Gotenks, Roshi, Broly, and Dragon Ball just to control. You know what I mean? And if for whatever reason there's not a character that checks off all those boxes, then I'm just gonna pick the best character and not like stress out about it.
Yeah.
Or not play the game. That's the other thing. You just don't play.
Okay.
So more of the approach, no? You don't play the game which you don't relate with any character.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's you can play nonsense games if you like the characters you're playing, like real nonsense game. I mean, like I played Ultimate. Ultimax is a fucking trash game. Like, I'll keep it real. I really like Margaret. I gotta keep it real. That game has so much broken shit. Like, that game has a lot of broken shit, and it's an incredibly stressful game to compete in. But Margaret is my favorite Persona 4 character, so I was willing. And she's very good in the console version. I think she's like top 6 or something. So I was willing to play because of that.
Oye, tengo una pregunta, Lorna. I have a question. Yeah. Tell me the worst character in Dragon Ball and the best character in Dragon Ball, and the same question for Guilty Gear Strive, in your opinion.
I can't say for Dragon Ball FighterZ because I have not played the game since June. To be honest, I could tell you last patch, but I don't know anything about this patch.
Before last patch, it was Beerus.
No, last patch Beerus is pretty good. Last patch, I think people would probably say Goku Black is the worst character
Mm.
last patch, and then
Mhm.
best character probably Gotenks, who I played. This patch I have no idea, and honestly I don't care. Sorry, I don't care. I'm good. I
Okay.
think this version of Dragon Ball is such nonsense. Like I don't know why they did that stuff, but it's okay. For Strive, right now I actually don't really know. A lot of people are saying that they think Ramlethal and Nagoto-yuki is the best characters, and then worst, people just lazily say Anji, but no one knows anything about Anji because no one plays him. So I kind of agree with Ramlethal and Nagoto-yuki standing out
Mhm.
amongst the characters, but as far as like characters who don't stand out, like I don't, I can't say. I need more time.
Uh, Personal question there in that final point. How do you see Potemkin on the tier?
He's pretty good. This version,
The party.
uh,
Mhm.
I'm unsure. I haven't played against him this version because they buffed him and nerfed him. But they didn't like nerf him, but like they made a system change that affects him a lot. You know, you can faultless defense guard to impact and push him away, which is like a kind of big deal for him. But I think he has more access to it, even more access to it from like neutral and stuff. He's not that common in the U.S. because so many people play Nagoto-yuki here. Like Nagoto-yuki is like easily most common character, like one of the most common characters you'll run into here. So I haven't gotten to play against him as much as I would like, but I can't say he's bad. Like they made him pretty well for this game. It's hard for me to say like he's a bad character in this game. I think he's probably like middle right now. But you gotta see.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ok. No sé, Homie, Caseo, ¿alguna otra pregunta que tengan aquí para Lord Knight antes de despedirnos?
Ok, bueno, primero las damas, adelante, Jaseo.
Adelante, Cas.
Ya, gracias. De hecho, déjame pensar cómo plantearlo. Lord Knight, here in Stripe, I know you remember Sato from another version, from another Guilty Gear. And when I start playing Stripe, I think it was like easier to play with him. Actually, to manage, I was able to play with Eddie. That was something I never imagined because I think Sato is a hard character. Do you think that this version is really simple? It's easier. In,
So it would be a lie for me to say that I didn't think they made things easier at
mm,
a base level
yeah.
for sure. I mean, look at Milia's B&B is like 5K
Oh,
2D. You know what I mean? Like if you
yeah.
talk about things like that,
Mhm.
I think this game presents some interesting challenges compared to the previous version stuff. Like when I say previous, I mean like just Exert, for example, right?
Mhm.
So, like, where do I start? Like, so for Exerd, one thing about Exerd that's pretty tough is like since it's based off XX reload, when you play against people, you're dealing with like a ridiculous amount of legacy knowledge, and
Uh-huh.
some of the Guilty Gear legacy tactics are honestly quite obnoxious to deal with. Like, it's really unfun to
Mhm.
learn how to fight a lot of those things. And then there's also Exerd stuff that is pretty obnoxious, like Danger Time, like the
Ah, Danger
buttons.
Time, yeah. Oh my god.
But all that stuff aside, like the characters are actually pretty well made in that game. Like pretty well made. They're strong. You get to do the cool stuff. You feel super good when you're doing all your stuff. Not Exert, Strive. So like their mission with the characters is to make sure that like people know exactly what you should be going for, and that's why the character. That's
Mm,
the main reason. Not even
okay.
like execution. Like obviously execution, because of how they made like Gatlings and stuff. But like the real main mission, in my opinion, is like they want you to know exactly what you're going for. For a character like Milia, it's pretty obvious what you're going for, right?
Yes.
And in any game, not just Stripe, like in any game, you
Mm-hmm.
know when you pick Milia, you want to hit them somehow, knock them down on disc.
Exactly.
For some characters, it might not be so clear, but I think in Stride, basically almost the entire cast, you know exactly what they're trying to do, except for like a couple characters. where like some characters in Exerd you might not like understand how your characters win straight up for a while, and I think that's probably like the main thing that makes the characters feel simpler, because you could just look at a character and be like, oh, like they're just going to try to do this and that's it to like win.
Okay. Yes, I didn't notice that, but yes, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That
Thank
sounded
you.
almost like a flowchart for each character, right?
Uh-huh.
But they had this theory in the Guilty Gear community for a long time. It's called like the win condition, or some people call it like
The win
the
con.
winning pattern.
Mm-hmm.
People call it like different stuff. But people have always thought this in GG. But like sometimes the way the characters get built or change, they have like more than one, and then like you don't really like a new player doesn't really know like what to aim for. Where like in Strive, it's like okay, you pixel, gets him in the corner, and then you do like poke throw. You play Potemkin, gets him in the corner, go to impact 50-50. You play Milia, whatever 2D H, like you know it's super clear. But the trade off is the character does feel simpler. And this is aside from like system stuff, like how they changed the Gatling, so like everybody has the same Gatling, even though people have different moves and different properties. Like everyone has the same chains, which has good sides and bad sides, right? There's good things and bad sides to it. So I think like those things are what contributes to the game feeling simpler. Like the game is simpler, and they took out a bunch of mechanics too.
Yes.
On top of that, but again, like I think the core important GG thing has always been the matchup planning, the neutral interactions, the natural neutral interactions too. Because like some fighting games, in my opinion, they don't have like natural interactions. Like some games, like Dragon Ball does this. Like some games, the game tells you like these are the only moves you use. These are the only moves that beat these moves, and like that's the game, right? Where GG has always been like you're playing somebody and you're like, whoa, this move hits really weird. Maybe if I use this move in this spot, it's gonna work. Or maybe if I run under them, then they can't do this, so they have to like that. That is the thing that actually makes GG an actual complex game. Like some people in fighting games, they make the mistake that they think because they learned all the complicated stuff the character can do that they're a good player. Like not like good with their character. They think they're a good player. No, you're just good with your character. That's two different things.
Exactly.
So you'll say like I don't know, say you're like a super technical. Who do we got in the game? Zato is pretty good. Yeah, he's a super technical like Zato player in previous versions. And you look at this version of Zato, you're like, oh my god, everything's bad, everything's minus. He has nothing. Like, oh my god, I can't fucking win about this, that, other thing. Then like, and by the way, he's not a bad character in the previous version. So of Strive, the previous patch of Strive. So like, homie, that might be you. That might be you. Like you are not good. Like you were good with Zato, not good as a player, like a strong player, like being able to build situations and be flexible and like win the neutral game, so you can earn the situation where your character wins. And I think part of the thing from the game being simpler is that like you can really see the difference, because there are people who, I mean, I'm a decent example, right? Like I moved to this game fine, like no problem. No problem. When the game dropped, people were like, Milia's bottom 3. She has no tools.
I remember.
Everything's unsafe. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I think she's fine. She can move. She doesn't have to, like, all this stuff. And I think I've done a good job just showing it. But, like, I'm not saying I'm the best player ever. But, like, part of that is from doing the things that are important in Guilty Gear. Study the game. You learn the matchups, you learn the neutral game, and then you build your set play and stuff, and how you win once you hit them. And that's why I think the real game is, I think.
Yes, and now with Stripe you can learn faster, easier and faster, and that is a really good for this new version. Some things, not too complicated. Adelante, homie.
Okay. Thank you. Lord Knight, I want to ask you about. I already asked you about the future of the community. I want to ask you about the future of yourself. Obviously, I see you in different ways. You named the YouTube channel. You are an amazing streamer, man. And what is the future from Logna? You want to Obviously, talking about the quarantine that finally it's gonna hopefully it's over. You wanna come back quickly to compete, or you're gonna stay with the streams only? What is the future from Lord Knight?
I mean, I've been competing.
On the online
I don't
tournament.
compete online very often. I mean,
Okay.
I'm actually competing on a big online tournament on the Saturday, but like I
Oh,
don't compete online very often. But there's a couple of big offline events that I want to go to. I'm gonna play at NEC. I'm playing CEO. I'm probably gonna go to Frosty Faustin.
CEO.
So
Oh,
it's not like I'm not competing. Like I'm playing Guilty
Mm-hmm.
Gear with the intent of playing in tournaments. So and I still like I still don't really know when I want to stop competing because like it's still pretty fun to like play, enter tournament. There are some like well-known players who don't like playing tournaments. Like they just don't like playing tournaments, and I can kind of understand them. But then at the same time, like I really enjoy playing tournaments, and my main motivation is playing tournaments. So there's some
yes.
games where people are like, hey, it's a really good game. You should try it. Why don't you play it? And maybe I do like it, but then one of my reasons why I don't play so much is because there's no tournaments or there's no like big high stakes tournaments. So like
Okay.
Yeah,
that my motivation is not as high to like
you,
put
you can say
all
it.
my time into like that game. You know what I mean? So I still want to compete, but in order to make it like sustainable, right? Because right now this is my job is to play right now.
Okay.
That's the thing.
So in order to make it something that I can continue, I have to keep doing the YouTube. I have to keep streaming. There's a couple of like other stuff I do. Like I do coaching on Medify. I open a Patreon like this month to like do like more videos on there, like talking about stuff that people want me to talk about, but I don't want to post on YouTube because you know YouTube's like a game. Like you have to post what people want to watch,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh, I could do Patreon and people can ask me what they want me to talk about. I just put that there. Um, and I think that's gonna be the play for a while. Just like keep on making content. I actually
Mm-hmm.
really enjoy making content, and the fact that people like watching my videos and stuff actually
yeah.
gives me hope for the future of fighting games because I thought that people didn't care about the genre so much, like not like the genre, but like the like just stuff about the games. I thought they were just like, oh, just show me my characters combos. Oh, show me the super, and
Oh,
oh, show me grand finals, and like that's it.
you were
Um,
optimistic then.
yeah, no, yeah, like I actually have like hope for the future of like having more people join like the more serious side. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. I think for the next few years. I think.
No, okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you much. Thank you so much.
you take a point at something that I was thinking the other day. That I don't know if I can say this like this. That migration from only player or only pro player to content creator streaming. Haseo has also taken that journey because she
Yeah,
was only
I
a
see it.
player and then she went full content creation, which we are very proud of here in Mexico because it was a channel that started with three, four, five guys watching the stream. I was one of them at that time.
And
And
now I have 10.
now we have.
But I'm happy. But I'm happy. I'm trying.
No, but you can start how do you say it? You can migrate your focus, your time from being only a player to a content streamer, streaming something that also will benefit you
Mhm.
because players are start to reaching from to reach to you and they ask questions that you also have to put on your mind and start to think about a game. From example, like a new player like me, uh, uh, teach me how to deal with Ram's swords because there are therefore for me as a Potemkin player, Ram was a nightmare. I love playing against Totsugeki because everyone seemed to play the same playstyle with the Dolphins. Totsugeki, and you interrupt it with one button, yes, and
Yeah.
then it seemed to be like how you say it, like a trend to avoid neutral game on Guilty Gear Strive. People have nightmares of dealing with neutral game, and it's
I
something.
mean, by the way, it's not just Guilty Gear Strive. It's Guilty Gear. Like it
Okay.
is all. It's all Guilty Gear game. It's every like one of the signs of a really good Guilty Gear player is like being able to just shut down people who try to just like skip neutral, like try to not play neutral view. Like all of the even like not even like best like people who get out of pools in like Exer, for example. If you watch him play in pools, you're like, oh my god, like the other guy just can't play because they just destroy the other person in neutral. Then they get out of pools and they just get smoked by someone who's better at them neutral. Like neutral is that important in Guilty Gear. So like if you don't have neutral, you can't play the game. Like you just can't play the game.
Yep.
It's such a big part of the game.
That people went like straightforward for in any special move or any special armored move to avoid the neutral game and just get in the opponent and start pressuring them. It's something I have seen a lot on new recent games, but like you said, it's very important on the end game to have a neutral game. If you are how you say that aiming for pro playing or gaming on a higher level stake, yeah, you need that. So we're taking the question, migrating from only pro player to content streaming creator. Do you think that's the way for most of us that were players and now we're doing this thing right now we're doing?
Yeah, I think so. It's a good path for a lot of people. I think recently there's been that the Twitch leak, right? Where it showed how much everyone's making. I was on the list, by the way, number 8,300, by the way. Right here,
Wow,
baby. 8,000 something. Yeah, but like, it's true. Like, you know, when you're playing, we all started this presumably because it's fun, right? I hope. But when you start like taking it seriously, like very very seriously, and start competing and stuff, and then you start getting older. Me compared to like some of the other U.S. pro players, and when I say pro, I mean like serious pro, like they're on like really serious esports teams. I'm not talking about like there's plenty of people who are extremely strong players all over North America, but I'm talking about specifically the small group of people who are on like high level esports teams, right? I am definitely one of the older people out of them, and like I've had like normal ass jobs. Like I worked at a forex company doing marketing for them. I worked at like not petroleum, with a propane company doing more. I did a bunch of marketing jobs. I had normal fucking jobs before, and I think part of the reason I started doing content was because I realized pretty quickly after I got sponsored by Beast Coast that like this what is happening right now is cool. Like it's dope that I get to just get paid to play. I get to travel to tournaments and blah blah blah. But since I was getting paid to play, and for fighting game players, even from like the top teams, they don't get paid that much, with exception like very very few people. And you could easily guess. I'm not gonna say, but you could easily guess who gets paid the most just for playing. If you're not in that group, like you got to find a way to eat. Like there's nothing else to do. And, making content is a pretty if you are actually either that good of a player or that known of a player or something, then if you can like make content that helps people or entertains people, just gives people value somehow, it can like support you and help you keep doing the thing that you love to do and help you show other people that this thing is fucking cool and you should get into it too. And it's not the main reason why I do content, but it's one of the main reasons why I do content.
Okay.
Also, so I consider the YouTube and Twitch stuff to be like my actual working job. Like that's what makes me feel like I have to work. Like when I have to like edit a YouTube video by myself, or like when I have to, because up until this year, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I need an editor. I'm paying this editor, and like, you know, I'm not making any money off this. I edited all my videos by myself for like 2 years, just by like all of them up until this year. Now this year, I'm working with somebody who helps me, because I'm just doing a lot more stuff than I was before. And there's a, you know, streaming on Twitch, and that's like a big chunk of your day. That could be, I mean, you guys know, it could be like anywhere as little as 2 hours, anywhere as much as like 6+ hours, depending on what you're doing. So that's the thing that makes me feel like I'm actually working. And then like stuff like tournaments, I would be doing that regardless of whether or not I was sponsored and doing this stuff or not, I think.
I'm just gonna interrupt you there because you're the first guy in my life that talks to me about I have that job for feeling like I'm doing a job.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually working. So your job
That's real shit. When I started doing the YouTube, I was like, oh, like I have a job. Like, oh yeah, like I have this job I have to do. When you just this is what the younger pro players don't get. Like if you're like in university and you like just get out of university, you're like 21, 22, 23, and you get picked up by an esports team, and you're like, let's say top 3 best player at a big game, and they're paying you like pretty good money, let's say like 4,000 to 5,000 USD per month. Like, you don't know the struggle of fucking working a real ass job. Like I had to drive like more than an hour. The last serious job I had, the commute was 3 hours total every fucking day, and the culture of the job was fucking toxic as shit. And I was still going to tournaments, but also I figured out pretty quickly that it wasn't that great. So I used to meme them so hard. Okay, here's a pretty good story. I knew from the jump that this wasn't the absolute best place, but it'd be good for my resume, so I did it anyway. And when I got the job, I told them this pro tips. I told them I had to go to Las Vegas for like 3 days. It was EVO, was that weekend. I had to go over to Las Vegas for 3 days, and like I was like, yeah, you know, like I have this hobby. I travel around the U.S. I compete. They're like, oh, it's so cool. They're always like, oh, it's so cool that you do that, man. Do you win stuff? I go, yeah. They go, it's cool, it's cool. So what are you gonna do? Like, what's the thing for? I was like, oh, if I win this thing, then I win a trip to Japan to go play. Man, it's crazy. Good luck, man. All right, yeah, there's no problem, right? Okay, cool. Whoa. So they knew, like 3 weeks after I started a job, I needed a Friday off and a Monday off. Which normally, you know, in the U.S. that's kind of weird to do. Like you're normally supposed to work for like a year before you do that. But I was like, oh, I got this trip. By the way, this is a lie, because this is a lie. What I'm about to say. Okay. But fuck jobs, right? That's just like that. But fuck that job. Okay. Okay. So I bought the ticket like the day before the interview for EVO. I bought the ticket, but I told them I bought the tickets like last December. So, and I was interviewing in like
it was like man,
July.
I already bought a ticket, but I haven't for a year.
Yeah, and they were cool. They're like, oh yeah, so you just had I was like, I had this plan for man long, and they announced this. And the thing is, they announced Arc Revo super early, so like the receipts were there. Like it wasn't like I made it up, even though I made it up. So I team with GC Yoshi and 2K combo, and it's me. And we win the tournament. GC Yoshi bodies almost everybody. And I told GC Yoshi and I wasn't even supposed to team with them. I was supposed to team with Zidane and Marlon Pai. But then Marlon Pai couldn't go, and Zidane's like, Marlon Pai's not going, I'm not gonna play teams. I'm like, wow, I have no fucking team. So then GC Yoshi and 2GB asked me, I go, okay. GC Yoshi beats almost every fucking team by himself with Bedman. And when he only loses twice. Okay. When he loses, 2K is kind of new to Guilty Gear, so like he was kind of struggling in the tournament. I was the last person. I only played 2 games. I won both. GC Yoshi beat like 30 people by himself. He OCV Grand Finals. We win the tournament. We're going to Japan, right? I come back to the meeting on Tuesday. We have a weekly meeting on Tuesday, and they ask me at the meeting how they go. I'm like, I gotta go to Japan like next week. They're like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. So I had to take time off. Like, yeah, they were so bad. I was like, I told you if I won this shit, I had to go to Japan. They were like, yeah, but we didn't think you were gonna win. I was like, I'm fucking nasty in my head. I was like, I'm fucking nasty. What do you mean? But I went anyway, and that was the best. And that was one of the best trips I went, and also one of the worst trips because I went to Japan for 3 days. That sucks. It sucks to go to Japan for a weekend. That is a really long trip because it's like a 13-hour flight to Japan. So you have a whole day that's just flying, and then all I did was a tournament after party, go home. Pain, but worth it, and also fuck this girl. And also that's some advice for you guys. But the more of the story is I understand the pain of actually like working. You know what I mean? Like working. Yeah. So I think about like the non-tournament stuff a decent amount because again, it's like if you want to keep doing the thing you like, you gotta think about what to do to keep doing it, and the prize pools for tournaments are like not that. Especially like, I don't play Mortal Kombat, I don't play Street Fighter. Those games have the most money in it, and I don't play them. So it's like you have to think like for real. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, first of all, deep respect for you, my guy, because of pulling that stuff on the job. It's what most of us should do it.
Think hold that, bro.
Because of a passion. Passion things, and people I think don't understand that, because I was laughing my ass out right before you were talking because of that. Because here in Mexico, I don't know, in US, I haven't had a job in US. I have worked in Canada. I have worked here in Mexico and Colombia, of all places. I don't mean anything bad in Colombia, but it was weird. But the cultural thinking of the way of that culture of work job thinking is like you need to, like you said, a year of full job, a full how do you say, when you give it all to your job. Here in Mexico we say like te pusiste la camiseta. We put the shirt of the job on. We put the shirt. It's like a Mexican slang for here. And we start losing the passion for the focus on the passion on the things that make us happy, like playing, going to tournaments, meeting with new people, seeing new cultures. I have right now the luxury of having to travel to another countries because of my job, and it's wonderful. It opens your cosmogony of life. And fighting games can do that too, because I don't know if I can say this. Así yo puedo mencionar lo que platicaste de la estadía de Lord Knight. ¿Sí?
Jessica.
Lord Knight went here to Mexico and stayed with Haseo on her house playing. So it started an interaction with other people, and I think that is one of the treasures of fighting games, because you know the other people more intimate, because with all the salty stuff and all the how do you do that, how do you pull that, you won a tournament, how do you win, how do you see that match, and you start that feedback on the whole game. It rolls down to a personal level, and it gets you to know other people. So do you think?
No, it's super important. It's super important. It's actually one of the blessings of playing. Like fighting games, having trash netcode was actually a blessing. Because you have to go. You have to go. You have to go.
So we consider it a bad point for Strive now.
I mean, it's actually like the nice thing about Strive is like there's like you can do what you want to do, basically. Like, if you want to be... I think a problem we had for a long time is, like, since the netcode was trash, if you wanted to just play for fun, it's pretty hard if you don't live in a big city. Like, if you live in Bumblefuck, Europe, or, like, I think I heard South American scene has a big problem with this, because of, like, how far everyone is, like, varying degrees of netcode and stuff. The connection, and stuff. So if you just like are a casual fan, the netcode being bad sucks. If you're like someone who's trying to take it seriously to the point where like you go to tournaments and you learn that you have to like go here and there and everywhere, like it's like a secret blessing that the netcode sucks. Then you have to go places to meet people. The current game is pretty good because you can play if you just want to play for fun. You can travel if you want to travel. You can compete offline or online. You can do what you want, and I think that's the actual best. And of course, like all the most important tournaments, they're gonna be probably like offline stuff. If you're going for that.
Yeah. Okay. I
Okay,
agree
okay.
with that. Right now, you have the choice. You're gonna go. You wanna stay at home and in your couch, eating your ass out with this old online game. You can do that too. So, Haseo, homie, ¿alguna otra pregunta quieren hacer antes de despedirnos de nuestro invitado before we end the stream? Any last questions?
Adelante, homie.
Creo que. Ay, 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 ay.
He's
Okay.
nervous from the start.
Always have been nervous. Really, I really, really nervous. And only just about to close the subject. And Lord Knight, can you give all the community, obviously talking about amateurs players, in a Stripe or in Melty, a tip, a tip. Only that they keep growing, they keep be better players, and they keep competing. Why? What did you tell them to the audience?
I don't know, pick top tier. I don't know.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
It depends on the person. It depends
Pick
on
a
the
top tier
person.
for
I
yourself.
think it's like a more.
They got up there, yes.
I think it's a more individual question of like what people have to do. I think.
Okay.
I respect that because I agree with that. It's more of a personal choice, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Haseo?
Because everyone's different.
Yeah,
Everyone's in a
like-
different spot, so everyone has to work on different stuff. I think.
Like it good, right?
Get good is like.
we need, yeah. Don't worry, it's the truth. Be
I
good.
actually don't tell people that much. I don't tell people that much. I usually try to be a little specific sometimes. I mean, most of the time, not even sometimes. Most
Yeah. Yes, that is
get
perfect.
good is like.
I can.
See, pick a top tier is actually pretty good advice.
Okay. We
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah, we take those.
So, would you be interested to come back to Mexico?
I just
Maybe-
came back from Mexico.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Like last month, I went. I've been going
Oh,
to
my.
Mazatlan a ton. Like a
Why?
bunch.
I keep it in the well I heard about that. The rumor says because I know I not ask directly, but I do think you stay with CCO Danny, no? If I correct, if don't correct me.
No, I met Danny through another friend, a friend from Smash that I met in
Okay.
Smash Factor. Yeah, so that's the main reason why I've been going out there a bunch. I mean, you know, when Smash Factor comes back, like I would love to go back to Puebla. It's been a very long time at this point. It's a nice city, nice little city. You know, I think the next time I go back to Mexico is like this is why I'm learning Spanish, by the way, because I go a decent amount. Like, 'cause I go like a couple of times a year. I think at this point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I went to Mazatlan in fucking March.
Okay.
I went in March. I went in September. I'm gonna go again in January, I think.
Where
Oh,
city?
wow.
Which city?
Yeah, Mazatlan.
Okay, Mazatlan.
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 Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
go.
So yeah, I go a decent amount. I go a decent amount. That's why I'm learning Spanish, because I'm like I've actually got here too many times to not fucking know how to speak this language. a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm one of those people. I don't want to just pull up and be like, yo, everyone speak English for me. You know what I mean? Like the first couple of times, or like if I'm going there like just for one tournament or something, okay, okay, like right. But if I'm going there like for fun, for like a week and stuff each time, and like come on, like at that point, that's on me. Like I should take responsibility and just learn some. So I started learning like when in like June, I think. I started studying Spanish. My Spanish is fucking ass though. when I went last month, I was like, wow, I didn't learn anything. all I got is that I know what people are saying more often than I did before, which is good. Which is good.
Yes,
definitely.
it is.
Okay.
It is.
They know, if they're gonna pull your face up, no? Like in a joke or something. So
Yeah.
I can teach you something about Spanish. Is that take care and take it easy with the verbs. Spanish is a very, very, very complicated language because of the verbs. So it doesn't matter if you say it like it comes from your mind as it goes. So it's very different from English right now because we have like it's like seven time tenses. If you compare it with English.
I speak French. It's kind of similar.
Oh, okay.
It's been helping. It's been
Yeah.
helping.
Yeah, because it's almost the same mess.
Oigan,
So, sí.
discúlpenme por mi salida abrupta de... Yo sé que ni me extrañaron, pero bueno, ya estoy aquí de regreso. Me imagino que ya no estamos platicando de juegos, estamos platicando de idiomas, por lo que entiendo. Pero
Sí, de hecho, estamos a punto de irnos. Muchas gracias por venir. Hasta luego.
Dice el Tormenta, vino a cerrar el changarro. No, hombre, güey, pues vine a hacer corte de caja, güey. No, es que se me hizo mala onda no entrar por lo menos a despedirme y pedir una disculpa a nuestro primer invitado Lord Knight. Sorry for the abrupt, o no sé cómo se diga, en mi español, en mi inglés totonaco.
You're good. No, it's fine. It's fine. I can handle it.
Okay, entonces, pues no sé en qué estamos. Yo nada más quería decir que me disculparan por este rollo, güey.
Que no te preocupes. No, fuera de cotorreo, sí estábamos por despedirnos. Ese es el punto.
Ok.
Pero dicen, están preguntando en el chat que diga una grosería Lord Knight. ¿Cuál es su palabra? Una grosería que se sepa.
So, Lord Knight, any courses you say you know in Spanish?
I don't. No. That's my easy answer. I think the couple of words I know, they're not even like curse words, really.
Which words?
Sí.
Like cabron, for example. It's not really a curse word, right? It's just like
Okay. If Shizu and Gamma don't have a problem, I want to say that unite the anime fighting community in Mexico. So please repeat after me. Chinga tu madre.
Chinga tu madre. I know that one.
Romantic style.
I know that one.
Okay, close it up with romantic style. Chinga tu madre, romantic style, please.
Why romantic style?
We hate that guy. We love it and we hate him, but it's mandatory, Lord Knight. It's mandatory. Please do it, man.
No.
All right, I got you. So it's chinga tu madre, romantic style.
Yeah.
Got you.
Oye, pero tiene buena pronunciación, güey. You have a good pronunciation of the Spanish, Lord Knight.
I told you, I've been studying.
Yeah.
I've been listening to tapes. Right. I listen to Bad Bunny now. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, Bad Bunny.
I do what I gotta do.
That's not Spanish, you know? It's like a reggaeton language.
Hey, you said it sounded good, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. I play a couple of games with Spanish dub. You know, we do what we gotta do. Spanish dub and English subtitles every now and then. We do what we gotta do. Little things.
That's right. Bueno, pues señores, yo creo que entonces esto ha sido todo. Mi querida Haseo, muchas gracias por estar otra vez aquí en ya tu casa y tu programa. Mi querido homie, siempre es un gusto escucharte narrar, obviamente, y obviamente tenerte aquí. Sí, la verdad es que yo siempre he dicho, y siempre lo voy a decir, que uno de mis casters favoritos es homie, porque me encanta la manera en que narra. Que la verdad es que me eriza la piel porque yo lo asocio mucho con el béisbol, güey. Aunque a lo mejor homie ni siquiera le encanta el béisbol, güey, pero siento como que el matiz de su narración viene con ese estilo. Y Lord Knight, thank you for coming to this your home. This show is a humble show, but thank you very much for accept the invitation. Thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you for having me. It was fun.
And also,
Okay.
Lord Knight, if you come to Mexico in January, well, I'm not in Mazatlan. I'm here in Mexico City. But if at any use my help can be with anything you need here,
Hey.
I'm right on Twitter. I will send you an inbox so you can have my contact. Anything you need, anything I can help you with. I have friends or family in most of the countries, so I can at least give you some points to see, watch, or if you get any problems. I don't think I will get to do that, but I can bail you out.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys ever come to New Jersey,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, New Jersey.
So, I'm playing, but like, you got my info. I'm
Okay, that's
around.
right.
Got you.
Thank you, thank you.
Sure thing.
Oigan, mi querido Gama, antes de irnos nada más te mandé por WhatsApp y discúlpame Capitán Sig porque él me pidió que si podíamos referir el torneo que va a haber, si nos puedes ayudar a ponerlo, va a ser de Tercer Strike, que es otro anime en fighting, a lo mejor no sé si Lord Knight
No sé si lo
jugó
podemos
en
considerar
algún
de fighting
momento Tercer Strike. Porque no tocamos el punto de que realmente es un anime fighting, güey, porque pues todo está como que de alguna manera caracterizado como
game.
algo
Ya está
anime,
muy
¿verdad?
choteado, no
Pero
queremos problemas, güey.
No, está bien, no te preocupes. Nada más hay que poner el flyer de
Voy.
mi querido
Estoy en
Capitán
ello,
Sig.
estoy en ello, aguanta. No es cosa fácil, maldita sea. Dame chance.
Ok.
No me presionen, maldita sea. Here it is. Este es en español, pero te lo digo en inglés for Lord Knight. We are having another tournament in October 19th. And it seems 90. This time with Third Strike. The last time it was with Street Fighter Alpha 3, which it really is a anime fighting game. I don't care if anyone says otherwise. But right now it's for Third Strike, so I'm going to participate. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the clip. For the only thing I did right on the tournament, because I lost all the matches, but I have some really hype clips for Twitter, such as an Alex player I live for a tweet. So I hope to see you on this tournament. Amigos, va a haber torneo Third Strike. La vez pasada fue de Alpha 3, ahora es Third Strike. Cáiganle, se ponen buenos. En Fighter hay buen netcode, se puede jugar a gusto, está sabroso, hay premio, va a haber jugadores, va a haber clips de lo que hagamos hype en el momento, como su servidor lo procura hacer, así que cáiganle, dije, maldita sea. Ya.
Sí, señores, pues la verdad es que ha sido un gustazo otra vez retomar estos programas que la verdad es que los hacemos con mucho cariño. Desgraciadamente, pues tenemos nuestros compromisos laborales y agradecemos a toda la gente que le cayó, a toda la gente que le dio follow al canal. Pues la verdad es que no tenemos más que agradecimiento. Lord Knight, Haseo, mi querido homie. Pues nos vemos el próximo jueves con otro gran programa de Entre Cheves y Consolas. Señores, hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.
Bye bye.
Y yo lo...
¡Vámonos!